So what we're doing with this Range Rover, it's 10 years old, it's done over 100,000 miles, and it's £10,000. So it came in yesterday as a part exchange. The previous owner had it for a number of years, enjoyed it, kept it well. Arguably, I think it's in good condition for the age and mileage. It's a HSE dynamic, so it got the black exterior styling, the black badging. It's got upgraded with the 22-inch wheels, red calipers, side running boards, and arguably the most important spec, the sliding panoramic glass sunroof. Yeah, we want to put a video out there for you guys to see at home what it's like to own a car like this with this age and mileage, and highlight to you the potential issues you can have with this. This does have a couple of issues which we will highlight in the video, and we'll take it for a drive now as well. As mentioned, the car is unfortunately showing the suspension fault, which is on the dash right now. As you can see, the car is standing on all four corners fine, and if I can just demonstrate now that the car goes up and down perfectly. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, and we are up. And then we're going to go back down. So ready, steady, and go. First thoughts, it's not bad actually. I mean, inside seems to have kept up well. Credit to the previous owners of the vehicle. It's had 3 in total, but yeah, they've looked after it and kept it to a good standard. No rips, tears. I mean, you know, the general condition is actually quite nice, to be honest. And yeah, I guess when you pay for Range Rover Premium, it's the proof is in the pudding. Actually, you know, drives well. We'll come on to a few little niggles later in the video, but it's a smooth drive. I mean, you know, it's a big old car as well. Seems to be. It is actually driving quite nice and smoothly, to be honest. I do love the driving position of the Range Rover, nice and high up. You feel like the king of the road. Visibility is great. You know, I can literally see almost everywhere apart from behind my head. The first stretch of road, we're going to hit a dual carriageway. Gearbox seems to be nice, you know, it's going through the gears nicely. We have got a bit of a motorway stretch coming up, which we'll be able to stretch the legs a bit more, shall we say. No other sort of odd knocks, bang, creaks of any sort. Steering feels slightly heavy, but I guess that's down to the fact it's got 22-inch wheels, so even if it was a newer car, I think the steering would still feel quite stiff. Yeah, this one's also, it's got the digital dash, which is quite nice to have, especially on this age. I would say that obviously now the infotainment system here in the middle, even though it's touchscreen and stuff and was fancy at the time, is now looking a bit dated. But I mean, it's nothing major. I guess the maps probably need updating, and yeah, you don't get things like Apple CarPlay. I do know that you can have it retrofitted. So far, so good. This one obviously benefits from the sliding panoramic roof as well. So today is not as hot as yesterday, but still quite hot. It's about 22 degrees, and it's just letting a nice bit of breeze in. And on the wet and gloomy days we have over in the UK, it lets a lot of light in, especially with the darker interior. So I would say that's a must for a Range Rover, or any 4x4 to be fair. Just coming up to a roundabout. Are we going to make it before the green light, or before the red light, sorry? We are indeed. I feel like I could drive it a few hours and it doesn't really feel that sort of costing at all. We are just heading down onto the motorway, obviously sticking to the speed limits. There was a truck in the blind spot, but luckily spotted it. Coming over again. So yeah, we're cruising at 70. It's very smooth. The revs are sitting at 1500. The car's doing its job really. Probably down to previous maintenance, but the steering's not vibrating. So yeah, I guess it's all driving nicely. Balancing seems to be good. No complaints whatsoever. If this was newer, and if this was ULEZ compliant and a bit less mileage, we might have even considered retailing it. But obviously it's not that, so we're gonna just give it out in the trade somewhere. and it will make a lovely car for the next owner. You know, it's a lot of value for the money, in my opinion. You can't even buy a nice Ford Fiesta these days for less money than this, and you're getting a lot of car. Obviously, it comes with this cost side where, you know, things will inevitably need maintaining, replacing, etc., which is going to cost more than another car, especially a small Ford, for example. But then it doesn't give you the wow factor that this thing does. You know, everyone likes to pull up in a black Range Rover, sitting on big black 22-inch wheels. Yeah, it's taking the corners nicely. Again, the acceleration is effortless, smooth. It's got the Meridian sound system, which you can now just give it a bit of a check. We'll wait for the adverts to go. But yeah, premium, you know, it feels nice. Got the big center console here. And the good thing about the Range Rover is I can put the armrest down if I want. Literally just armchair driving is what I like to say. The only thing we found mechanically on this, which is no surprise actually, and probably not a surprise to you lot at home, is it has got a suspension issue where the suspension does go up and down. However, it's throwing up a suspension fault light on the dash, which could be a number of things. It could be the compressor is on its way out. It could be a level sensor. It could be compressor delivering the air to the wheel. So, I mean, it's a common fault. It's unfortunate, but I don't think it's a major thing. Just general maintenance that you'd expect of a Range Rover. Let's check this sound system out. Now that I'm very impressed with. 10 years old, no squeaks or rattles from the speaker, so yeah, it's nice. So as many people like to sort of bash these Range Rovers, let's say, in terms of the reliability, I mean, so far, apart from a few little niggles, not much to report back. So you can imagine these are very desirable sort of thieves. So they had a ghost immobilizer fitted, which means obviously if you're not aware that you have to put a special code in before the actual engine will start, even if you have the keys in your hand. So I do recommend that to everyone that has a Range Rover or Land Rover, or in fact any car that is has the keyless entry start feature. But yeah, just heading back now on the motorway. So I mean, as I was mentioning earlier, with the condition of the interior, I mean the leather feels quite nice and supple and tight. Center armrest is good. The dual cards, so there's lots of leather here. And while we have experience on other cars, other Range Rovers, let's say, that it can actually wear quite a bit. Previous owner has kept it well, but obviously the Range Rover quality as well is so you do get what you pay for in this respect. Steering wheel, the buttons are not faded or anything like that. Shall we also give this aircon a little try and see how it's working? Okay, so that is cold. That's good. So at least we know that the aircon's working. There's no condenser issues or anything like that. In the UK, you only really need aircon about 10% of the time, but when you need it, you really need it. But then again, there are a few people that like to use aircon in the winter. They say it keeps the windows demisted or helps the windows to demist. So yeah, that's all working good. Was expecting, there to be other potential issues or just general things you'd expect from a 10-year-old car, but safe to say, or happy to say, that I'm not really experiencing anything. Back to that suspension issue, I mean, right now the dash is clear, it's not showing any warning, the car's sitting as it should, so it looks like some sort of intermittent fault. I mean, obviously we're no mechanics, so anything leave that to the experts, but I'd say it's potentially the level sensor. It could be something else. These engines are nice, a lot of torque low down as well, so as you're pulling off, you can feel the car just, got the extra oomph behind it. Obviously, anyone out there that likes to tow something, I think these are quite suitable as well for towing. And the main aim of this video is just to show that actually a car that was probably maybe 75,000 new, possibly 80, 10 years ago, obviously plummeted a lot in value, and furthermore recently due to the fact that these are very difficult to insure. But yeah, I mean, can insure it for a decent price. It's a great car. And as the saying goes, a lot of flash for little cash. One thing that's also nice about these Range Rovers is they've all come with the heated front windscreen, so none of this having to de-ice the windscreen in the winter or the colder months. Just put the heated screen on and yeah, probably in a couple of minutes it's all done. But yeah, we're going to head back now. It will be edited by the media team and it will go live very soon, so keep your eyes peeled. Hope you enjoyed the video. So we're just taking another route back purposefully on this road. It's got a few speed bumps, and the first one, yep, no creaks, bangs, anything like that, squeaks on the suspension, so it's held up well. And we're going to head to another one. We're going to take it a little bit quicker just to show that it's all good. There we go. Fantastic. You can subscribe to the channel. You can see more videos like this and lots more other videos we now produce. Give it a like, share with family, friends, any other enthusiasts, and have a great day. Thank you.